A leaf fell in front of the ant colony. They immediately lost their sense of direction. Just when they didn't know what to do, the captain stepped forward and led them around the leaf. After that, the ants lined up neatly, placing the food they'd gathered onto the platform, ready to hand it over to those hateful grasshoppers. But among them, there was one ant that was different from the rest. It carried a device of its own invention, a machine that could automatically harvest food. Excited, it ran to show the queen its creation, but the queen wasn't interested at all. The only thing she cared about was that the colony must deliver the tribute on time. On this small island, the grasshoppers ruled the land. Every day, their leader got massages, played darts, and lived a carefree life. Today was the day he came to collect tribute. At that moment, the soldiers blew their horns, the signal that the grasshopper army was on the move. The ants panicked instantly until their elder leader blew the call to assemble. They quickly lined up and rushed back into their nest to hide. Only the inventor ant didn't make it back in time. It hurriedly placed the food and its machine on the platform, but forgot to turn the device off. The machine shook violently, crashing into the stone base, and all the food fell to the ground. Panicking, it tried to fix everything, but it was already too late. It knew it had caused a disaster. Just as it was about to report to the queen, the grasshopper army burst into the colony. The grasshopper leader marched straight toward the queen, furious, demanding to know where the tribute was. At that moment, the inventor ant stepped forward and admitted its mistake. Its courage surprised the grasshopper leader, so he decided to give the ants one more month, but under one condition. Next time, they had to deliver twice as much food. Before the queen could even respond, the grasshoppers were already gone. Soon, every gaze turned toward the inventor ant. It proposed a new plan, to build a giant fake bird that could scare the enemies away. The queen agreed. They began the work, carving the bird's outline out of leaves, raising it high so its shadow fell across the ground. Then they built a skeleton from branches, working together to give it shape. Finally, they added dry leaves as feathers, and created a bird so lifelike, it could almost fool anyone. They hid the giant bird inside a hollow tree. When night fell, the grasshopper army returned as expected, surrounding the colony. The ants slipped into the tree amid the chaos. The inventor ant jumped onto the bird and dove from above, just like a real predator. As planned, the grasshoppers were terrified out of their minds and fled in every direction. But just as the ants thought victory was theirs, the grasshoppers angrily pulled out matches and set the fake bird on fire. In the blaze, the inventor ant was forced to make an emergency landing, and the disguise was completely exposed. The grasshoppers, enraged, prepared to strike back, but this time, the ants didn't back down. Together, they launched a counterattack against the grasshoppers. Faced with such unity and strength, the grasshoppers panicked and ran for their lives, never daring to return again. The crisis was finally over. Peace and freedom returned to the colony. From that day on, the inventor ant earned the respect and admiration of the entire tribe.